Welcome to our new module on the United States and Philippines at the turn of the century. Earlier, we saw Ellen Sebring's unit on civilization and barbarism, that remarkable treatment of cartoons at the turn of the century, both in support of American imperialism and critical of American imperialism. In our last module, Chris Capizzola took us into the U.S.-Philippine War, the U.S. conquest of the Philippines between 1898 and 1902, and our visuals there. The way we were visualizing the Philippines and the U.S. were photographs in this case. And we were looking at power in various senses, but massive military power in particular. In this module today, our subject is how photography colonized the Philippines. And we are going to be looking at a remarkable collection of photographs taken by Dean Worcester, who was an academic and an administrator in the Philippines and took many thousands of photos. Those photos are now at the University of Michigan, and we are very fortunate today in having with us the curator of the Worcester collection, Carla Sinopoli. Carla is an anthropologist at the University of Michigan. She is also the director of museum collections there. It's a pleasure to have you here. Tell us a little bit about this Worcester collection in general, this incredible archive that you're overseeing.
Great. Well, thanks for having me here. The Worcester collection is a collection of approximately 5,000 glass plate negatives and lantern slides taken by Dean Worcester and his team between 1890 and 1913 in the Philippines. The collection came to us somewhat circuitously a few decades after Worcester had passed away in 1924. Eventually, the photos got deposited at the American Museum of Natural History in New York. And a few decades later, the museum approached the university and said, "We have these boxes of photos in our basement, or of negatives in our basement. Would you like them?" And that's when the photographs came to us. The glass plate negatives are each 5 by 7 inches in dimension and came in their original envelopes with Worcester's categorization and classification of the images on the envelopes, which we transcribed into a catalog. We have since digitized the images, and those are some of what you'll see here today.